All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halorim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. Akim and Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. The title of this lesson is going to be called Defeat is a State of Mind. All right. Let no man snatch your crown. All right. The inspiration comes from a video I ran across on Instagram. It was Bruce Lee. And, pretty much what it was saying in the actual video, it said fall 10 times and you get back up. Right. And that's how it is in this truth. You have to understand that we have our ups and downs in this truth. All right. But no matter what it is, all right, whether it's good or bad, man, we got to take it cheerfully at the end of the day. We got to continue to keep pushing. Always, strive for the truth until death. All right. Especially in the time that we're in, we're so close to the end. That no matter what we're going through, man, we got to keep pushing. Every unfortunate situation that you're put into is a test of your faith, right? Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, Barakatah Yahweh. Right, to you sisters and brothers on the comment. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All right, the brother Willie Billy, haven't heard in a minute. And that's good that you needed to hear this, man, because I myself needed to do the video for myself, reminding myself that, no matter what, you got to always keep pushing. All right. I've been going through, this last 2 weeks, nothing crazy, but, I just been hella busy. And, sometimes we tend to attend to certain things because we got to handle them, but remembering that, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai always comes first. Because you can't put yourself in a position where the Lord can, take away your spirit, and every day I've been praying that, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai take away not my spirit. And that's right. You got to endure. You got to keep enduring all the way into the end. There is times that we got to handle what we got to handle, but, remember to keep your mind on the prize. You got to keep your mind on the race. You know what I'm saying? Because at any given time, the Lord could just replace you. Anybody could be replaced in this truth. And that's one of the things you don't want to go through is being replaced. All right. Like I said, sometimes we got to, handle things in life and do what we got to do. All right. But, always remembering that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is watching your every move. All right. And we have to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai before anything because nothing matters. Even this worldly shit, even though we got to do some, sometimes we got to handle the business. None of the shit ever matters at the end of the day, But let me play this. Let me play this video real quick. All right. Salakia. Oh yeah, hold on, Salakia. Been a while since I did a. I'm gonna share my screen. All right. Now this is it was a heavy video. It was a short 31-second video, but it was, when I seen it, it just boosted me up. Like, man, got to get back up on my toes. Again, got to stay on your P's and Q's in this time. All right, so check out the video real quick. So, going back into the lesson, all right, you have to understand that, this defeat, all right, if you put defeat in your mind, you're gonna defeat yourself. And what you give is Satan. Basically, you give Satan the playground to come and play around with your mind, man. All right, because we have our ups and downs in this truth. You have to remember that this truth is bittersweet at the end of the day. All right, and it being bittersweet, you have to always keep, your mind strong, like the brother put. You got to keep your mind ready to endure all things. All right. I'm gonna start off with Proverbs 24. Right. It says, "For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief." You see, and that's exactly what I thought as soon as I seen this video. Because it said, you fall 10 times, but you get back up 10 times. You got to dust yourself off, and you got to keep trying. You got to keep pushing, you know. And, the just man, a true man of the Lord, is going to fall 7 times. There's no such thing as perfection in this truth, man. All right. It's a fight all the way into the end. All right. We're striving to be, the best we can be. We're striving to do the best we can do, but knowing that we're living in the flesh, that at all times the flesh, can take over at times. The, yeah, that's Satan right there. See, they don't want you to get this word, Willy Billy. You see, but that's right there playing around, right? But basically, ultimately you gotta remember Yahushua, man. If Yahushua could do what he did and conquered his flesh, right, and conquered all, all those you know, those trials that he went through, especially at the end, getting beat on and spit on, you know, all the way to his death, man. We could conquer it. We could conquer it the same. You see, at the end of the day, that's what the main goal is, man. To keep getting back up and keep doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua until you get it right. You see, because at the end of the day, we're still in this flesh, and we're never going to be perfect until we get these we get out of these vile bodies and get them new bodies. You see, that's going to be the great reward of you trying over and over and over again. That been in this truth. The elders and apostles go through it at times. They might not say it, because at the end of the day, they know better.
Yo, y'all can hear me? Wow, that's crazy right there. If y'all can hear me, give me a little heads up. Y'all can hear me? Y'all still good? Yep, yep, yep. Here we go. Yeah, man, that's spiritual right there. Because, like, think about it this way: another person would have just said, "Man, fuck it, I ain't doing this shit, man. These guys are playing me out." But you see, I was forced to grab my phone and pretty much bring it out through the phone, man. Because the devil's always, he always trying to bring you down. You got Satan, spiritual counter Satan, that just as much as actual physical counter Satan, hates this word. So does spiritual counter Satan. He hates hearing this word. He hates when you try to pick up others, like the brother just said. uh he had to hear this. You see, so you got Satan that'll come and try to block this truth from you, from hearing what what's got to be said, because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, this lesson right here might be something that another brother gotta hear. You know, you might not be the only brother that has to hear this. Other brothers might have to hear this right now because they're going through tough times. And as we get closer and closer to the end, man, that sifting is gonna come out harder and harder. You know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is really gonna put that pressure on you, man, to see how much you really want it, how much you gonna endure. All right, let's go to Salakia that. Yeah, that shit's crazy because it really says I have no internet all of a sudden. Look, now's internet. Oh man. Let me see if I could jump in from my other. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I could jump back in through my let me see if it'll allow me to jump in because I have it on too. I think I'm good. Oh, look at that. Whoa.
All right, yeah, yeah, should be good now. Yep, yep. Yeah, that was crazy as hell though. But like I said, other brothers might want to hear this truth right now because they need to hear these words. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Um, I think that's in Second Thessalonians, I believe it is. No, First Thessalonians. First Thessalonians 4 and oh, it's like it. First Thessalonians 4 and 18. And it says oh shit, Slakia. My bad, I gotta share. Pretty sure I gotta share. Yep. Gotta redo it all. 4 and 18. It says, wherefore comfort one another with these words. You see? And that's what we as men of the Lord, we sharpen up the brothers. All right. Iron sharpeneth iron. All right. At the same, all right. That's another
Salakia brothers. Yo, Salakia brothers. Yo, Satan not playing. Yo, Satan ain't giving me that. He ain't giving me a break. This damn double key is it's probably both Satan and this damn Esau watching the live feed and just playing with it. All right, but I'll just stay on my phone for now, so I don't have to go back on. All right, but let me grab Psalms 51. It's lucky I gotta do it from the phone. All right, this is Psalms 51, and where did I want it? Give me 1 second. Is it 51? Nah, it ain't Psalms 51. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me hold it right there. Yeah, it's one after another. Bro, they're not playing right now, bro. They's not playing right now. This is damn, I just had it too. I thought it was in Psalms 51. Come on, man. Where is that? Salakia. See, this is just playing around with me because I'm on the live feed and I can't even go into my phone, so I got to do it from here. And it's giving me a damn problem right now. Salakia. Bear with me. Come on, for real. Yeah, this shit is annoying the shit out of me right now. This is, there you go. Salakia, please bear with me. Satan is not playing right now. This is Luke. I'll start from 31. Luke 22 and 31. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat. All right. When you go into that word desired, all right, it's literally Satan begging. He's literally begging to basically break you break your faith, just like he did with Job. You know, when Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah had told when he asked Satan what he was doing, he said, I was going to and fro from, back into the earth, going back up and down, right? And he said, has thou considered my servant Job? All right. And basically, what did he do? He said that, that if I basically go sift them out, the truth is basically what he was saying, that pretty much he'll curse at you. He'll curse you out. And he said, no, he wasn't even worried because he knew that Job was going to be a firm brother in the truth, man, always enduring unto the end. And Job went through a whole lot of crazy, scenarios, man. He lost his family, got smacked with boils, all types of crazy shit. All right. But at the end of the day, he never once cursed Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah out, man. He continued to keep enduring. Even when Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah told him to what? Gird yourself up like a man. Gird your loins up like a man. That's how we got to be in this truth, man. No matter how low we're brought, we have to gird ourselves up, gird our loins up all the time, man. Be a man in this truth. All right. And even for you sisters that's in this truth, y'all got to endure. No matter how low you are brought down, all right, you have to endure. There's nothing is different because you're a woman. You women that are in this truth, you have to go through the same exact thing that brothers go through. You see, you have to also endure. So you have to gird yourself up with this truth also. All right. So Satan said he has desired to have you. All right. So Satan was begging Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to sift Simon out the truth. All right. When you go into that word sift, it goes into breaking one's faith by inward agitation, you know. And that's what these tribulations and these trials that we go through, that's pretty much what they do. You know, they drive you nuts. All right. You get agitated inside, you know, especially when you want to do something, you want to do better, but something's holding you back. You know, that's all things that we go through to be broken down, to be built back up even stronger. You know, that's why when you come back, all right, you usually come back 10 times stronger than what you was before. You know, just like we just seen in the video. All right. He said if you fall 10 times, you get back up 10 times. And defeat is a state of mind, man. It's really it's all a demon that you allow to come into your head and make you feel like you ain't worth. Because man, there's been days where I feel like that, man. Like, you know I'm doing the works, I'm doing what I got to do, and somehow Satan still jump in my head and try to make me feel like I ain't shit, like I ain't doing my job, you know. But that's when you got to rebuke him. That's when you got to call upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. That's when you got to jump in these scriptures. The moment you jump in these scriptures, all right, is when you comfort yourself. When brothers come out with lessons and videos, we comfort you one another with these words, man. You see, and just like the brother said, you know, I needed to hear this. Well, that's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua through the Spirit bringing out a lesson that you needed to hear to comfort you, to put you back in your place. So remember that, you know what? All things are going to be good, man. Why? Because you have this truth. You have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. See, if you didn't have the names, you'd be in big trouble. But because you have the names, all right, you're able to always remain in you know, in the loop, you know. Matter of fact, something I was meditating on the way home from the gym was like Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he has care for his elect. All right. And I'm not saying that the Lord can't, you know, take away your spirit or nothing like that, but the Lord always shows you signs when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, when you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, or when you're not giving enough effort, like the Lord will send a sign to you, man, and let you know, to the point where, like, if you wasn't one that was of the elect, he wouldn't send you shit. He wouldn't send you even, he won't even, he won't even send you a sign, a message, nothing, you know. But through the Spirit, something will come to your head and it'll just be clicking in your head and telling you, or you might just watch a movie or something, or a brother might say a certain thing. That's the Spirit just showing you, hey, pick yourself back up, you know. Because why? The Lord has care for his elect. And when you go through situations like that, things like that actually boost up your faith, because it shows you that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is still dealing with you, you know. And, you know, these last 2 weeks, I've just been hectic with a lot of shit. You know, I finally got back to work after fucking 3 months of no work, you know. I was saying to myself that I've been wanting to get, you know, healthier, and I wanted to stop eating and shit, because, you know, me being at home and not doing shit for a while, you know, I was always going out there and preaching the word, but, you know, I started getting, you know, too comfortable at my house and sitting down and eating and shit, started gaining a little weight, you know, and I said to myself, man, I got to hit this gym, you know, because we ourselves got to keep ourselves in good shape, you know. You got Esau about to make big moves on brothers, you know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to, you know, be a little fit, be able to endure things, you know what I'm saying? Have your endurance up just in case we got to haul ass somewhere. You know, I ain't about to be sitting down on my ass and then I got to run, and then I'm within 2 blocks. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, let me hit the gym, you know, get myself into a little, you know, keep myself active, you know, which ultimately we got to keep ourselves active with this truth. But, you know, these little things, you know, that I started doing, you know, had me, you know, a little bit, how can I say it? Had me thinking more about those things than remembering that. Exactly. Bodily exercise profited little. All right. But me doing these little things, it had me thinking like, man, I'm putting too much time to these things. You know, I got to get back on my grind like I normally am, you know, preaching the word, 3 videos a day, you know, and through the spirit, I was just saying to myself, you know, I gotta find a nice little schedule, you know, to get everything going. And you know, that's how I've been thinking for these last couple days. And, you know, pretty much now I got my schedule set. But point is that you gotta always remember that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah come first. Don't let none of these other things distract you. Satan will distract you with stupidity like that. You know, you just wanting to go maybe go work out. Next thing you know, you catch yourself tired all the time because you're working out. But you should remember that none of that shit matters other than Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah first. You know, because at the end of the day, the Lord has our backs. You know, we don't need to work out or none of that shit. The Lord is gonna have your back, man. All right. He gonna give you legs that you ain't gonna faint. You know what I'm saying? He gonna give you you know, strength. He's gonna strengthen you when the time comes, you know, for you to, you know, get to where you gotta get or accomplish what you gotta accomplish, you know. So it was more like the flesh of me wanting to do these things, you know, which they are good things to do. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with keeping yourself in shape and healthy and, you know, eating better and things like that. But, you know, remember, it's a fleshly and a carnal thought that you got in your mind, you know, and you have to know how to balance that. You know, you have to know what comes first. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah comes first, you know. So, you know, these little things Satan could use to sift you away from the truth, you know, without you even noticing, because, you know, Satan's, you know, he's slick with it, you know, and it all starts with a thought in your mind, basically. And, you know, if you don't rebuke that thought right away and you know, put Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah first, that little thought could grow into a bigger thought, you know, just like it tells you in James. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. James, what is it? Is it 5? No, it's James 1. And this internet goes up and down, comes back, then it leaves. Let's grab it from 8. This double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Yeah, because you should never be double-minded. You should always be one-sided with this truth. This truth comes first, and that's it. Nothing else comes first. Nothing comes after. This truth is all that you should be breathing, man. All right. Let me jump down. It says 12. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, which we are tried every single day." All right. We're tried every single moment in this truth. All right. Like I said before, matter of fact, let me grab that on deck also. This is Ecclesiasticus. Have them both on deck. Ecclesiasticus 2. All right. Let me go back to James real quick though. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation." All right, yeah, because like it tells you in Matthew 24. All right, "He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved." So, you know, through the ups and downs, you have to endure all the way into the end, man. You got to keep pushing, never quit. All right. For you to quit is you giving up. Just look at it this way. For you to quit is like you giving up your soul to Satan. It's like saying Satan has won. He played me. He got me. And there's nothing I can do about it. You see? And that's what it says. It tells you that in the scriptures. It says Satan is seeking to devour. You see? He's seeking in whom he may devour. And that's why you got to constantly be praying, you know, because like it says, the flesh is weak. You see? You got to constantly stay prayed up because the flesh is weak. You got to constantly stay prayed up because spiritual wickedness is in high places, man. All right? These demons is lurking around you at all times. They're watching every damn move you making. As soon as you turn around the corner, these demons looking at you, waiting for you to slip. All right. So it says, blessed is that man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. Yeah, and that going into the title of the lesson, you know, let me grab that real quick. This is Revelations 3 and 10, 11, Salakia. And it says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Let nobody snatch your crown, man. Your crown is something that you got to wear at all times. Even though we really ain't got the crown on our heads, you got to put on as the elect. And by you putting on as the elect, that's you holding your crown and wearing it on top of your head. You know, not to be cocky or anything like that, or to be, you still got to remain humble and meek in this truth. But at the end of the day, you gotta walk around like you got that crown on your head, man. And ain't nobody gonna touch your crown, you see? Because you having this truth alone is like almost you received this crown already. You know, the battle is won. We just gotta endure it all the way into the end. All right. That's right. This is Hebrews 12 and 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Exactly. And if you're not being chastised, you what? You a bastard. You see? That means the Lord ain't dealing with you. So for you to go up and down with these trials, man, that's a beautiful sign. That's why he said, despise not the chastening of the Lord. You know, whatever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully. Matter of fact, let me grab that because I had it on deck. This is Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Yeah, you got to prepare yourself for them ups and downs. You have to prepare yourself for the bitterness of these scriptures. All right, because what this truth is bittersweet, but it's more bitter than anything. All right, that's why there was written therein, like it tells you in Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter, there was written therein lamentations, mournings, and woes, man. Everything around us is pretty much going to bring sorrow to you, man. With much wisdom, like it tells you in Ecclesiastes, with much wisdom come much sorrow, comes much grief, you see? And then it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure. You see, you got to constantly push, constantly endure all the way into the end. All right. And make not haste in the time of trouble. Yeah, be quick not to quit, not to put yourself down, man. Again, matter of fact, let me go back into that real quick. Yeah, back to James real quick, 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life when the Lord has promised them that love him, which the Lord has promised them to them that love them. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed, you see? So the Lord controls good and evil, all right? The most the Lord could do is send that evil thought, send Satan your way to put something in your mind. But you yourself, when you do something stupid or do something wicked, all right, you can't say, oh, the Lord made me do it. No, because the Lord not about, making you do evil. You yourself did the evil because you were enticed in your own lust. You were drawn away by the lust that you had in your mind. And that's why you have to rebuke that right off the rip, man. The moment you get that mentality or you get a thought like that in your mind, the first thing you should do is pray. You pray, you ask Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to get that thought away from you, man. Because that thought will grow bigger and bigger. And with that growing bigger, it becomes what? It becomes doubt. With doubt comes fear. With doubt comes, mistakes. With doubt comes you getting caught up in your own lust of things. You see? And that's part of you enduring. That's part of you letting no one snatch your crown. Because the moment you feel a thought like that, all right, you got to pray. Because that thought could basically snatch your own crown away from you, man. All right? Going back to Ecclesiasticus, it says, set thy heart aright, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble. All right. You can't quit. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. Yeah, because he that endure unto the end, the saints shall be saved. So you got to constantly cleave onto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and depart not away from him. All right. Because then if you do that, then you become that thorny soil, man, where the trials. Let me grab that real quick. This is Matthew 13 and 13. I'll start from 18. It says, hear ye the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. So as fast as you heard this word, Satan came and took this word away from you that quick. So that means you had no stability. You had no ground. You had no, you were not grounded or rooted in this truth at all. All right. Now the stony, all right. Is that the one I wanted? Yeah. All right. Let me keep reading. But he that received the seed in the stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet has he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. You see? It says, he that received seed among the thorns. All right, so the stony soil, the stony places, basically you hear the word, you receive it, and it's a beautiful thing to hear this word, but you're not ready for the bitter part. All right. And what happens is, because like I said, you're not rooted and grounded in this truth, you'll endure for a little while, but when that tribulation and persecution come, that's how quick you come out the truth, because you can't handle the tribulations, you can't handle the persecution. All right, too much fire for you. And what happens? You get out the kitchen when it gets too hot. You see? Then you get offended and things like that. See, that's what you don't want to end up being. When you don't endure, that's what you end up being. That person that was in that stony soil, that stony places. Okay? Then it says, 22, he also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. You see? You start worrying about your family. You start worrying about your job. You have no money, this, that. All right? You start worrying about women. That shit will take you right out of the truth, man, real quick. You see? But then it says, but he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word, understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, and some 30. So those that continue in the word are those that are going to what? They're going to endure all temptation. All right. They're going to, when the bumps and the bruises come, going to pretty much just bounce off right off of him. Why? Because he's rooted and grounded in his truth. He has his house built upon that rock, which is Yahushai. You see? And that's where you want to be at. So when you go through these trials and tribulation, man, nothing bothers you, man. Nothing separates you from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You're able to endure all things that come your way. All right? Going back to James. Let me see, where was I? Or did I have to stop right there? Yeah. All right. Let me, before I forget this thought, what I had before was Revelations. Yep, 3 and 11. And then also had Luke. Salakia. I don't want to confuse myself over here. Where was it? Luke 22 and 31. All right. Now, going back to Ecclesiasticus, that's where I wanted to go. Salakia, not James. Salakia, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 3, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. You see? So when you brought down to the lowest estate, man, where you feel like shit, like you ain't good enough, like you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, you got to still take that cheerfully. Because remember, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about balance, man. All right. And a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. All right. When we're in this truth, we tend to have, as you grow stronger, you tend to have more better days than anything. But you got to always remember that at one point, the bad days are coming. And whenever you brought down to that low state, and when it does come, it comes hard. All right. But remember, it's made to break you down, to build you back even stronger, man. All right. So whatever's brought upon you, you got to take cheerfully. All right. You got to be patient. Being patient is what? You got to take the suffering to be patient. All right. Is to suffer. So when you being patient, that's you taking in that suffering that's happening at the moment. All right. And you're taking it cheerfully when thou art changed to a lower state. It says, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You see, going back to what the brother had posted, all right, Hebrews 12 and 6, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. You see, if he didn't care about you, he wouldn't be trying you. You see, he wouldn't be trying you with that fire, because that means you're not gold. That means you're not, because some of us are going to be gold, silver, stones, all right? But at the end of the day, if he's not trying you in this truth, it's because you're not of the elect, man. He don't care about what you're doing. He pretty much wants you to go off. You see? So you have to take these things into consideration when you're down at a lower state, that it's pretty much the Lord teaching you something. He's trying to show you something. It says, believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. You see, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest ye fall. You see, because if you start to get antsy-pantsy, oh man, I feel like the Lord ain't with me, man. It's been too long. You see, that's you being patient. That's you waiting on his mercy, man. That's you believing that he gonna come through right on time. I've gone through situations like that, man, where I'm just like, damn, man. I don't know if the Lord dealing with me right now. And he always came right on time when I needed him the most, Then he'll just show you a sign, pop up. Next thing you know, you back on your track. And when you back on your track, you come back even stronger. You see? Again, the Lord does these things to build you up stronger and stronger every time. All right? It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. And what's the reward? The reward is you getting this crown. The reward is you getting salvation. Going back to what I said earlier in Matthew 24, man. He that endureth unto the end, all right? The end is going to be saved, man. You know what? Oh, yeah. Hold on. My shit about to drop. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Got 1% on that shit. Ooh. Get in there. There we go. The water out by Shimmy outside. See, that's the spirit letting me know. I was getting carried away with. Y'all still hear me? Yeah, it's still live. All right. Let me prop this up over here. I gotta prop it somewhere else now. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to prop this somewhere. I was getting carried away with the convo, and I forgot. I had to charge my shit. Yeah, the sound is good. Hold on, I'm just trying to prop it somewhere because I'm like, I have a short ass wire. You know what? Let me turn it. I believe I could turn it. Come on. Give me 1 second. Let me turn my. Oh, that's why, because I got the damn Bluetooth on. There we go. All right. So, there you go. So, going back, Salaki, I've done lost my train of thought, man. It's Satan again. All right. But, you know, we are constantly, you know, what was I saying? Oh, that you're not gold. All right. If you know, the Lord ain't bringing you down to that low stage because you're not gold. You're not of the elect. All right. Only the elect is going to be tested like that over and over again. And you rather go through these things now than to go through the wickedness, you know, through the trials and tribulations that these damn 2/3 are about to get, man. All right. And that's pretty much why the Lord is strengthening us up and toughening us up all the time, because when the time comes for Jacob's trouble and things like that, all right, you pretty much going to remember all these times that you were going through these things and the Lord delivered you out of them. Every time the Lord came on time and came in and you needed him the most, the Lord popped up. He showed you his way, you know, and you ended up what? The first thing you do is call Elohim La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, you start praising Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai left to right, you know. So it's gonna be the same thing in Jacob's trouble, man. All right. It's gonna be the same thing when we ain't got no food, and then, you know, boom, all of a sudden we got food. You know, when the time of the hour of temptation come upon us, all right, and everybody's lining up for these chips, but you out there in the damn woods or something, you know, fleeing, and every time you look, you know, you look like you're about to get caught, but somehow the Lord delivered you out of it. Why? Because you've been constantly going through these trials and tribulations that were bringing you down, but then always bringing you back up. And you're gonna remember these things, man, when the time comes for you to be in like Jacob's trouble and things like that. And that's what's gonna keep you going. That's what's gonna keep you're gonna keep saying in your mind, basically, damn, the Lord delivered me at all times, you know. So at one point, I know the Lord's gonna come back and help me out, you know, and deliver me from this temptation, or deliver me from this moment. You see? And that's why pretty much what we go through now is practice. It's practice of enduring things when you want it done right away, but you don't get it. You know, the Lord is teaching you that patience, man. He's teaching you, what's another word I'm looking for? Damn, I don't know the word I'm looking for. I know what I want to say, but it's not coming out the way I want it. All right, but at the end, he's teaching you patience, man. He's teaching you to be strong. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, now that I said that, before I forget, I know I wanted that before. Going back to what the brother had brought out. All right. You know, even us, we strengthen each other and remind each other to keep pushing in this truth. So this is back to Luke 22:31, and it says, "And the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said unto Simon, he said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat." All right. But this is the point right here. It says, "But I have prayed for thee." See, even the Lord, when we're constantly being brought down low, you got to remember that's something to take in consideration, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is praying for you, man. You see, no matter how bad we down and how you know how messed up we are, the Lord is actually praying for you up there, man. You see, it says, "But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not." And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. Going back to what I was saying before, man, you got to comfort one another with these words. When we're going through something, you know, when brothers go through something, they make a video out of it, man. Because like the brother said, I needed to hear this. This is something that another brother might have to hear to strengthen him up, to keep him going in the faith, man. You see? And again, we will fall 7 times, man. The just man falls 7 times, but he get back up. You know, 7 times means a complete number of times. So that means this whole time that we're in this truth, all right, we're going to fall a complete number of times. It could be 100 times. It could be 2 times. All right. No matter what, we're going to fall at one point. But we, being in this truth, have to strengthen each other up. We have to pick each other up. You know, that goes into that charity with your brothers and all that, you know, with your sisters even. You know, we have to pick up the few sisters that we have in this truth. You know, the sisters look forward to us bringing out this word, man. You see? These sisters depend on us to keep feeding them, you know, to keep them strong. All right, but most of all, the brotherhood, man. We pick each other up when we're low because we all go through similar things at different times. You know, when I'm up, a brother might be down. I'm down. I was down for a little bit right now, but other brothers are up. You know, so it's always a back and forth. It's like a ping pong ball, man. It goes back and forth. And this is why we got to get the hell up out of here, man, because we tired of being like that. We're tired of our flesh coming to mess with us, basically. And that's why the Lord said that, let me grab that real quick. In Revelations 21, Revelations 21 and 4, and it says, and Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, neither crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. Yeah, because us going into that pain. Matter of fact, let me see what it would say in that word pain. All right. We know what pain means, but let's see what it says in the blue letter. Goes into ponos. All right. See? Great trouble. Intense desire. You see? Our mind is constantly desiring us to do something wicked, to do something carnally, to make us, you know, give a carnal thought to things. The Lord gonna wipe that away, man. Where our minds are not gonna be troubled anymore, man. You know, we ain't gonna have desires of doing, you know, stupidity, or our minds is not gonna come to us and tell us you ain't good enough. You know, that's why we keep pushing. It says, let me see what it says for crying. There should be no more crying, because being in this truth, man, sometimes it makes you cry, man. You know, I know, you know, for me it's hard to cry because sometimes I just want to break down and cry on a whole nother level, but I don't know, it's just like my my austereness won't let me. You know, because it's like, to me, it feels like it's a sign of weakness if I cry. But, you know, for Andy, there might be some other brothers that might be emotional. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Sometimes you got to let that cry out, because that cry is that cry of not being you're not being a bitch or anything like that. That cries of you trying so hard, you know, and wanting the best. You know, and sometimes it just don't come out the way you wanted to come out, man. And that's the suck part about living in this damn vile ass body, man. That we want things to come out a certain way and it won't. All right, but you still got to continue to keep pushing. All right, because the Lord sees your cries, man. All right, crying says a crying, outcry, clamor. All right. Let me see what that says real quick. Clamor says to, come on, Salakia. Clamor says a loud and confused noise, especially that of people shouting vehemently. All right. loud noise, uproar, tumult, babble. All right, shouting, yelling, commotion. All right, but the word that I like in there is confused noise. You know, us living in this flesh, we're constantly in confusion, man. You know, like we sometimes sit here and wonder, why is this shit, you know, why does it got to keep going this way? You know, sometimes we can't explain certain things, man. All right, but at the end of the day, that's why you go back to these scriptures, because these scriptures will explain everything to you at the end of the day. And they'll always put you in remembrance of why you're going through it, or, you know, how you got to keep fighting through it. You know, let me go to First Peter real quick. I think it's 1:7. Yeah, this is 1:6. First Peter, it says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations. You see? Let me see what that says in the NLT real quick. It says, so be truly glad. There is a wonderful joy ahead. See, that's the beautiful thing about this, that even when we're going through these crazy ass things, you have to remember that in order for you to see the sunshine, you got to go through the rain and the storm, man. All right? So be truly glad. There is a wonderful joy ahead, even though you have to endure many trials for a little while. You see? We have to go through these trials, man. In order for us to get the reward, you have to go through every single trial, man. It says these trials will show that your faith is genuine. It is being tested as fire tests and purifies gold. Though your faith is far more precious than mere gold. So when your faith remains strong through many trials, it will bring you much praise and glory and honor on the day when Yahushua HaMashiach is revealed to the whole world. Woo! That sounds juicy in the NLT, man. You see? Let me grab it in the King James. It says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach. You see? So we know that if we keep enduring, the Lord promised us salvation, man. That means we gonna get it, because the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. He's not about to tell you one thing and then you don't receive it, especially if you're enduring, doing his works, keeping your faith up. You know, if you're a man of the Lord that's prophesying, you know, constantly out on the highways and hedges, all right? The Lord's not to forget your labor of love, man. So he's going to reward you for the things that you have done. There's no doubt about it. It says, whom having not seen ye love, in whom though now ye see him not, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls. You see? So as long as you continue to keep pushing and pushing, it's going to give you salvation for your soul, man. And that's the reward. That's the end game. That's why we do these things. That's why you are going to go through all the trials and tribulations, man. All right. Matter of fact, Romans 35, and it says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all day long. See, we killed all day long. It says we are counted as sheep for the slaughter. So if you're not doing this work, you just good as dead anyway. So why wouldn't you endure what's coming your way, man? You see? It says, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, our Lord. You see? So, no matter what comes around, what happens, all right, if you stay and remain faithful, nothing's going to separate you from Yahweh Shai, man, and what he's about to give you, which is that crown. You see? Going back to, again, let no man snatch your crown. Because the moment you give somebody your crown, you became a quitter. You let Satan beat you at the game, all right? When at the end of the day, that's why it tells you, he that have no rule over his spirit is like a city with broken down walls, man. You got to have you have to be able to control your spirit, man. Whenever it feels like it's going off, you already know what to do. Call upon the name of the Lord. Let me grab that real quick. Let's see. Not that, but 1 Peter 5:8, because I quoted it before and it just popped up again in my head. All right. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, whom resist steadfast in the faith. You see? Knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world, but the power of all grace, who has called us into his eternal glory by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, established, strengthened, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. You see? So the Lord basically told you that this was going to happen. All you got to do is remain faithful to me. You're going to suffer a little bit, but you're going to be made perfect at the end. You're going to be established and strengthened. You're going to be able to conquer all things like Yahweh Shai did. That's why Yahweh Shai was able to conquer when they were, persecuting him, all right, and they crucified him and all that. He was able to do, to conquer that because, he knew that he had to do it, one, because, it goes deeper than what we're going into, but, Yahweh was with him, man. You see? He knew how to keep his mind over matter, basically. Once you have control of your mind and your spirit, nothing is going to bother you in the flesh, man. That shit don't even matter. Like, I think about it, like when Yahweh Shai was going through that, man, he probably was so strong in the mind that while he was getting, beat up, and they, with slashes, and, they were doing all types of crazy ass shit to him, man, that he was so strong in the mind that he probably didn't even feel that at one point. Because his mind was where? His mind was is set on things above. That's why it tells you that, let me grab that real quick. In Matthew 6:19, it says, lay not for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust does corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Here's the point. For where your treasure is, there will your heart, meaning your mind, be also. So all he kept thinking was about how he gonna receive power, how he gonna be on the right hand side of Yahweh, how he gonna have vengeance later. You see, to the point where whatever was going on at the time, yeah, it definitely, I feel everything that went down, and them devils gonna pay for it. But in his mind was somewhere else, and he was able to conquer that because his mind was on, on his treasures of what he really wanted to accomplish and what he had to accomplish, because he loved his elect, all right. And he wanted to be able to come back and establish righteousness for starting with him, because he's going to be the ruler, and then for the rest of his people. You see? So you being in that mindset, man, it's just going to make you stronger for you to conquer the things that are to come. And that's why, you know, no matter how many times you fall, get back up. Just keep getting back up. Keep pushing this word. All right? Because you set an example for other brothers to keep pushing. Just like Yahushua, the things that he did, he left the example and set it for us to follow. And that's why he said, what did he say? Give me a second. Damn, it's on the tip of my head right now. It's got like 100 thoughts thinking right now. Slakia. Forgot how it goes. Man, what's the scripture I'm thinking? I could use that though right there. Khan, I'll use that. That's the spirit. I'll use that. This is John 16:33. It says, "These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." You see? So the things that he went through, all right, we got to take into consideration, man. Because if he did it, we could do it. You see? And there was nobody that was able to do what Yahushua did, man. Nobody could do what Yahushua did. All right? We're not even half the man that Yahushua was, you see? So we have to endure what's coming our way, man. We have to be strong because we're not about to, you know, some of us are going to be persecuted, you know, and go through a certain type of, you know, being maybe martyrs and things like that. But still, you ain't about to go what Yahushua went through, you know, for the, you know, for his people. You see? So if he was able to conquer those things, we got to be able to conquer these things too, man. You know, none of these things we go through is compared to what Yahushua went through. Not even close. All right. What's another scripture I just had? See what I saw one of you brothers put something too. This is Psalms 119:71. It says, "It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes before." Oh, okay, I see. I thought it was part of it. All right, yeah. See, so you know, there's afflictions and these things that we go through. Yeah, it's at the end of the day is a punishment. All right, because now we're gonna be made, you know, perfect, and we're gonna be having a reward that's coming to us. And for us to have that reward, we have to suffer for the things that we did in our past lives. All right, that's what Yahushua went through. That Yahushua, when he got crucified, man, and he went on the cross, he died for his sins first, and then the people's sins. See, a lot of people don't have that understanding. You go tell that to a Christian, they'd be like, nah, that's not true, because they don't understand reincarnation. But Yahushua had to go through what he went through because of the sins that he committed in his past lives, man. So we go through these trials and tribulations because the things that we did in our past lives, man. All right. But see, we're going to not go through the things that the 2/3 going through. This is Psalms 119:67. It says, "Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word." You see? And because it was your mind to go astray, all right, seeking the Lord is 10 times. You got to seek him 10 times harder. That's why he going to make you go for it 10 times harder. That's why you going to fall 10 times, 7 times, all right, 100 times. because your mind went astray, man. See, if we would have just kept it, you know, from the beginning, doing what we were supposed to do, we wouldn't have to go through none of these things. But that's not how the way it was written, man. It was in order for us to receive this kingdom, we had to go through these things. The creature was subject to vanity, man. We were meant to go off, man. In order for us to enjoy that righteousness, you have to know wickedness, you know? Beautiful. This is 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. You see, you just being tried at the end of the day. You're being tried of your faith. All right. And every time that you pass that and you endure that, hey man, the angels is clapping it up. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai putting a check by your name. You see? It looked good on your resume every time you conquer that. You see? And that's why you are built up stronger and stronger every time. Shalom, shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Barakatah. What's another scripture I just had in mind? Let me Matter of fact, going back to second Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, this is 9. It says, ye that fear the Lord hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? And whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. You see? So sometimes it might feel like you ain't gonna be saved. I mean, that you're not, you know, being dealt with, or you just going through so much, you know, tribulation that you just like, man, where the Lord at, man? I need you. But when the time come, when you need it the most, he gonna save you right out of that time. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands and the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Yeah, those that quit. You see, those that have faint hands, all right, they let their flesh get the best of them. They let Satan get the best of them. All right. It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Yeah, if you have faint hands and you faint-hearted, that means you really didn't have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's why you weren't able to endure, because you really didn't believe. It says, therefore shall he not be defended. See, you're not going to be defended in that time. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? You see, you lose patience, you go back into what we was reading in the parable of the sower. You know, you were just a stony in the stony places, or the thorny, you know, where as soon as the trials and tribulations came about, you were gone, you disappeared. All right, that's why a lot of these Christians and shit, you know, they stay bugged out in they damn, you know, in they stupid ass religion. Because they don't know what it's like to really suffer. You know, they claim to, you know, love the Lord and all that, but, you know, to love the Lord is to really go through this suffering, man. That's why you're called into this ministry, to suffer. You know, that's why you were put on earth, basically, to suffer. You see? But they have this whole, you know, this whole picture painted of that the Lord is just sitting out, passing out lollipops and cotton candy, bro, when it's not how it really goes. It says, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. All right, and enduring is keeping his ways. All right, it says, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. All right, point is what? Well pleasing unto him. The Lord love when you constantly endure, man, and you're not faint-hearted in his truth. It says, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. you know, prepare their minds and humble themselves. It says, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy. See, that's how you got to think. When you're going through these trials and tribulations, man, you got to cast your burdens upon the Lord. All right? That's exactly what you got to do. Put it all in the Lord's hands, man. Trust the process. You know? And he going to deliver you. The more you keep your mind active and constantly in these scriptures, by the time you know it, that whole tribulation has gone. It's past. Next thing you know, you just in good times now, where you want to be. You see? That's why the Lord told you to stay occupied in the truth. That's why he said in Joshua 1:8 that this word shall not depart from thy mouth. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Joshua 1:8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. You see? It says, have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage? Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. You see? That's comforting right there. That's comforting to the spirit, to know that no matter what is going on, all right, the Lord told us to be strong, be of good courage, not afraid, all right, and that wherever we go, wherever we're at, whatever trial and tribulation you're going through, the Lord is right behind you, man. At the same time that you're fighting, he's behind you, fighting with you, man. Going back to what Yahushua was telling Peter, that I pray for thee, that thou fail not. You see, he's going to be right behind you, helping you out at all times. Fighting. Truthfully, man, to put it in better terms, when you conquer the tribulation and enduring those things, that was Yahushua fighting for you at that time, man. Because you in your mind and being in this truth and having the spirit, that's Yahushua behind you at all times fighting your battles, basically, man. That's like Yahushua going through what he went through when he was getting crucified, all right? That's like him going through it all over again, but through the spirit in you. You see? He basically saying, man, I did this already. I'm gonna take this brother's tribulations, and I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna go through it for him. You see? So he can conquer. Because that's that's why he died for our sins, man. In order for us to conquer these things, you know, in order for us to gain this knowledge and wisdom, the comforter. You see, he's the comforter. And everything you do, he is there to comfort you. Matter of fact, what did he say? Let me grab that. He said, I will not leave you comfortless, man. Slakia. I will not leave you comfortless, KJV. This is John. Let me see. One second. It says, John 14:18, it says, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. Yet a little while, the world seeth me no more, but ye see me. Because I live, ye shall live also. You see? And we see through the spirit that Yahushua is always with us, man. All right? He is always there with us. Just picking up, as soon as you pick up that Bible, That's Yahushua right next to you. Is not Yahushua the word? You see? So as soon as you pick up that Bible in the time of your tribulation, that's you holding on to Yahushua. That's you holding his hand. You see? And he walking with you. It says, yet a little while, the world seeth me no more, but ye see me because I live. Yeah, he lived through these scriptures. He lived through the knowledge and wisdom that we have, that he left us. Ye shall live also. It says, at that day ye shall know that I am in my Father, and ye in me, and I in you. You see? Whew. You see, he's in each and one of us that believe in his word, man. And that's why when, no matter how bad it gets, at the end of the day, we have to endure because he is in us. And if you don't endure it, it's like you making Yahushua sad, man. It's like you saying that you making Yahushua a fool. Like, man, basically it goes down to you don't believe. You know? Because you should be believing because he's in you that you're going to conquer these things, man. Because he's going to help you. He's going to help you push through it. Let me grab damn, it just slipped my mind too. Man, it just slipped my mind. Let me see if it's over here. Give me 1 second. This is Colossians 2 and 5. It says, for though I be absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in the spirit. Woo! That's the spirit because I didn't even want that. I just turned to that spot. It says, for though I be absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in the spirit, joying and beholding your order and the steadfastness of your faith in Hamashiach. As ye have therefore received Yahushua Hamashiach the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. You see? And that's why you got to be thankful, man, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gave us this truth. Because see, whenever times get rough, it ain't nothing better than to call upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Like every time, man, that's one of the biggest things. When I pray, I say, to water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for waking me up and being able to still call upon your name, you see, and pray to you, and I know you're listening. That's the most beautiful thing. Because we know with that name is true power, man. All these other names, these people just fucking bugged out. They're in a delusional lie, man. But we are in the righteous mindset, man. We're where we need to be. Matter of fact, notice, damn, I just had it again. They popping up and then they leave. Damn, man. Slocky, I'm about to be wrapping it up anyway, but trying to remember what I had in mind just now. There's something I wanted to say. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Yep, this is let me grab it from This is I ended off with this right here. This is Matthew 28. And actually, let me see something real quick. Give me 1 second. Biblical Shaw. Real quick. Damn, there's a lot. I didn't expect all this to come out. All right, yeah, I'll just read it from there. Hold on. Give me that. Nah. Yeah. All right. This is Matthew 28, and I'll leave it with this. This is Matthew 28 because, again, we comfort one another with these words, man. And this is why we teach other brothers, or, we'll even teach the sisters, all right? So they have something to depend on other than, carnal thoughts and the mindset of this world, all right? Because at the end of the day, there's only one thing you could depend on, and that's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so this is Matthew 28 and 19. It says, go ye therefore, and this is the words of Yahweh Shai. It says, go ye therefore and teach all nations, all right, meaning our people, okay? Because remember, we're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, all right? Teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And look, and lo, Salakia, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen. You see? So the point what I really wanted was right there. All right? That the Lord, Yahweh Shah, is with us at all times, man. Everywhere we go, the Lord is right there behind us, fighting that battle with us, fighting that battle for you ultimately, man. All right? Because you have the Spirit. You see? Because you believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So he gonna make sure that matter of fact, one more precept. This is Exodus 14. I think it's 14 and 14. It says, yep. Woo, 13. It says, and Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. It says, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. You see? But, part that I want is, fear ye not, stand still, meaning stand still in this truth, man. Stay fervent in the spirit, man. And see the salvation of the Lord. Yeah, just constantly picture yourself being beamed up, man. Constantly see the salvation that the Lord is about to bring upon us, for enduring all the way into the end. All right. And then it says, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace, remembering that the Lord is always with you all the way unto the end of the world, man. Fighting for you, praying for you. You see, even the angels is up there praying that that you do the right, that you keep steadfast in this truth, man. Matter of fact, that's another one I got to think. I just popped up. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, matter of fact, 57. But thanks be to Yahweh, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Yeah, because the victory's already won. We already got the victory. We just got to keep pushing onto the end. We cannot quit. We cannot give up. All right. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast and unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. You see? And as a matter of fact, let me see what that says, that word labor. All right, we know what that means, but you know how this blue letter is. Sometimes they'll come out with a whole nother that just makes it sound more juicier. Always about the work. Let's go to work first. Ergon. It says business, employment, that which anyone is occupied. Yeah, because you have to be about Yahweh's business, man, just like he was. He said, am I not about my father's business? All right. So we got to stay occupied, man. You see, here it is that people out here ain't got no jobs. All right. But you do got a job. The Lord keep you employed up in here. You see, it says that which one undertakes to do, enterprise undertaken, any product, whatever, anything accomplished by hand, art, industry, or mind. You see, anything accomplished by mind. You see, being what? All right, steadfast with your faith in your mind. Wherever set your affection on things above. It says an act, deed, thing done. The idea of working is emphasized in opposite. It says an op. I'm thinking it's saying opposition or opposite to that which is less than work. Let me go to that word labor. Kopas. It says a beating of the. Did I go to the right word? Labor, yeah. It says a beating. It says Strong's. It says labor, trouble, weariness. You see, woo, always abounding. Let's break that down, right? 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor, right? And what did it say? It said trouble, weariness. So that means that knowing that your labor, your trouble, your weariness, okay, is not in vain in the Lord. And we're constantly in what? Weariness. We're constantly in trouble. You see, trouble is upon us on every side, man, when you're in this truth. But the Lord said that he not going to forget that labor that you put in, man. All that weariness you went through, all that enduring you did, the Lord not going to forget that at all. All right. It says a beating of the breast with grief, sorrow. Okay. To cause one trouble, make work for him. Intense labor united with trouble and toil. Okay. So all that trouble and toil and weariness we went through, pains, tears, all right, trying to hold on to the truth. Sometimes you just hanging by a thread, but you push through it. The Lord gonna have a reward for you, man. He gonna remember every single thing you did, and especially you men that's in this truth that preach the word, man. That's gonna go down in Acts 2.0. When we make that kingdom, Lord willing, we those men. If we make that kingdom, our children gonna be reading about us, man. Everybody that's an Israelite gonna be reading about us and the things that we went through and how we endured. You know, it's gonna be endless books. You see, we're gonna be able to learn forever about the things that we had to endure to get where we at in that kingdom, man. You see, so no matter what, we gotta, you know, we gotta be strong in the Lord, man. And it says that too. It says strength. It says as reducing the strength. Toil as reducing the strength. You see? And that's what happens. You get your strength gets reduced just to be made stronger every single time. You know, it's like when you work out at the gym, you know, basically when you start off, you're strong, right? But then as you get toward the end of your reps, all right, your strength is reducing. But when you push through that time that you're getting weaker and weaker, that's when you get the most results in your muscle, you know? That's when you come the next day, your shit popping because you done pushed and pushed yourself to the limit. You done popped your muscle to the point where you heard it pop and everything, you know? But when you come back around that next week, you're even stronger. Now you're able to grab something that was heavier of weight than you were doing the week before. So it's the same thing with us, you know? You're reduced in strength to come back stronger and stronger every time, man, until we up out of here. And that's the beauty of it, man. So, hey, I went crazy long on it. But hey, that was the spirit. It is what it is. So, you know, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. Salakia for the beginning when Satan was just, oh man, Satan was kicking me off left and right. All right. But hey, that was a good example right there. We had to what? We had to keep pushing the word anyway. You see? Satan was trying to knock me from not making my lesson, but I had to push through that and keep it pushing. Matter of fact, brother got his mind was on completely on his mission. Yeah. Matter of fact, now that you said that, I'll leave it off with one more scripture now that you said that. Because that's how we got to keep our mind on the mission. That's why, as a matter of fact, beautiful point to give. If you're uncomfortable, that's the most beautiful thing you could be in. Why? Because being uncomfortable is what keeps your eyes on the prize. That's what keeps your mind on the mission. When you're too comfortable, that means that you're not going through nothing, man. That means you're just floating around like without a care in the world, and you think that that the Lord dealing with you. Hell no, man. You want to be uncomfortable. To be comfortable is to be left in this world. To be comfortable, what happens when you get too comfortable? You end up falling asleep. Well, that's what ends up happening when you get too comfortable. You end up falling asleep and your ass get left behind. You see? But when you're uncomfortable, you can't sleep. So you're constantly up, looking left and right, you know, making sure that everything is, you know, right, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to. All right, let me just end it with this. This is, what is it? 1 Corinthians 9, I believe it is. 1 Corinthians 9 and 20. Oh man, it just gave me two more scriptures. Salakia. Oof. Give me one more. I got two of them lined up. And then I end it. I promise. All right. This is. All right. I got them both. All right. Let me get Philippians 3 and 8. It says, yeah. Let me see. All right. This is 3 and 6. It says, concerning zeal, persecuting the church, touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless. It says, but what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. Yet doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua Hamashiach, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahushua Hamashiach, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Hamashiach, the righteousness which is of Yahweh by faith, that I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death, if by any means I might attain unto the resurrection of the dead. It says, not as though I had already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after, if that I may apprehend that from which also I am apprehended of Yahushua HaMashiach. You see? So the point is what? It says, brethren, I count not myself to be apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, reaching forth onto those things which are before. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Yahushua HaMashiach. So whatever you go through, at the end of the day, put that shit behind you. You know, let not your sins weigh you down. Let not your tribulations weigh you down. All right? Whatever you went through, beat it. Go through it. Conquer it. Why? Because all you trying to do is win Yahushua at the end of the day, man. The prize. Keeping your eyes on that prize. All right? 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. You see? So many are called, but few are chosen, man. Make sure that you part of that few. Don't let your opportunity pass by. Don't let no one snatch your crown. Continue to what? Endure and keep your eyes on the prize and run. Keep running in this race, man. Keep pushing. Because the more you push, by the time you know where you're going to be at the finish line, man. You see? It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. All right? Meaning what? You know, temperate goes into, you know, being balanced. All right? Temperate also goes into, damn, I ain't got my Bible on me. Do I got it? So I got it written down in there in my notes. But it means to be, you know, balanced in its truth. All right? Man, what's the word that's in there? Matter of fact, let me see if I could grab it. It might be in the blue letter. 1 Corinthians 9 and let me see what it says. Temperate. It says, yep, to be self-controlled. Going back to what I said earlier. Have rule of your spirit, man. It says to be self-controlled, continent, self-government, to exhibit self-government, conduct oneself temperately. All right? It says, in a figure drawn from athletes who in preparing themselves for the games abstain for unwholesome food, wine, and sexual indulgence. All right? Yeah, stay away from the ways of this society, man. Stay away from the mortal thoughts. What did he say in Ezra's 14? He said, how's it go? Let go from thee thy mortal thoughts. You see? Going back to cast all them burdens upon the Lord, man. Okay? So it says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. And that's the prize right there, that incorruptible crown. So you got people that are in this truth for the wrong reasons, man. To basically, you know, that corruptible crown for glory of this world, for a crown of this world. See, we don't do it for a crown of this world, the glory of this world. All right, we don't do it for rewards on this side, man. Everything we're doing is for the reward that we cannot see. You see? Matter of fact, not seen. This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 2 Corinthians 4 and 18. It says, while we look not at the things, matter of fact, let me go up one. Beautiful. 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment. You see, it's only for a moment what we're going through, man. The trials and tribulations is for a moment. Worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. And that's when these people do it for that corruptible crown, man. But we do it for the incorruptible crown, which it tells you right here, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And that's why we do it, man. That's why we endure these things. Because we know that the reward that we're going to receive is eternal, man. Eternal life. Okay? So going back to 9 and 25 in 1 Corinthians, it says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly. See? Because if you run in uncertainly, that means you're not steadfast in the faith. That means you have no faith. That means you're not grounded and rooted in this truth. All right? It says, I therefore so run, meaning I'm going to push it out. Not as uncertainly, you're going to do it certainly, knowing that you're going to win, knowing that you're going to endure, knowing that Yahweh Shai is fighting with you, man. So fight I, not as one that beateth the air, all right? Yeah, swinging at nothing, you see? Doing it, you know, you pretty much just doing it for the hell of it. You see? You got to be what? Temperate and balance. You know, when you a boxer, you throwing punches, setting them up nicely, you know, left, and then boom, you hit them with the one you want. You see? That's how it is with this truth. You got to, you know, keep yourself, you got to keep yourself balanced, you know, here, there, little there, you know, until you're ready to give it your all, you know, little by little to that whole, that you bring all of it out on you, man. It says, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. All right. And that's why, you know, you got to make sure you do what you preach, man, and keep fighting through it, because if not, then you're going to be a castaway, man. You out here trying to teach somebody, but you yourself have no rule over your spirit. You yourself is not even running in the race. You know, that's when people become slothful, become lukewarm, and then you fall out the truth. And that's why you want to keep pushing, so you don't become a victim of you being that slothful and evil servant, man. All right. So that's pretty much the point. Let me see what brothers put on the bottom. Beautiful. Yep, I'll end it with that right there. This is Romans 8 and 18, and it says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. You see, the things that's about to be revealed unto us, man, you can't even fathom it, man. Like, what you think you're about to receive is going to be nothing like what you was thinking, man. All right. It says 19, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. But hey, that's pretty much the point, man. Just keep pushing. Keep what? Matter of fact, one more. Oh, man. I'll definitely end it with this one. 1 Timothy 6 and 12. And it says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. You see? So you got to keep fighting the good fight of faith, man, enduring all hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, man. No matter what comes your way, man, keep fighting the good fight of faith. All right. So Lord, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. Sorry it was a little long. Sorry for the inconvenience in the beginning. But hey, got through it. Got to keep pushing. Just like we do everything else. You got to keep pushing through this truth, man. All right. So Lord willing was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Haloim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Hakim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. Keep pushing. Shalom, shalom.